Okay, here we are again. This time looking from the back of Blea Tarn up towards, I think it's Piker Blisco, to be quite honest. There's a little beck that runs at the back of Blea Tarn. There's a rather interesting sort of pine tree. I think it's a pine tree anyway. As again, it's a very, very cold day. So Will and I are here shooting a few videos for Chorley Photographic Society's YouTube page. There's a couple of questions that were asked on one of our Q&A sessions a few weeks ago, and that was, Howard, what is bracketing? So rather than explaining the theory of it, again, this is my workflow towards bracketing. So hope you can see that, but basically what I've got there is, I wouldn't call it a messy scene, I'd call it a complex scene. So you've got quite a lot of tones, quite a lot of shadows, quite a lot of highlights, okay? So if you were to put a graduated filter on here, it would be quite strange because you've got the mountain there, Piker Blisco there, and it would be dark and then light, and then you'd have the shadows in the trees, so it would look quite strange. So what I suggest for this scene is basically I'm going to do like a five shot bracket. So I'm at f11. I've already focused in a third of the way into the scene as per usual for my workflow, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 stops under to really start to bring out a bit of structure in the sky and also a bit of structure on the top of the mountain. As you can see, it's wintry conditions here in Little Langdale, and it's blending into the sky due to the snowfall. So okay, so we're at f11. I'm going to try and keep the quality as much as I can with ISO 100. I don't want to push it to ISO 50 because we might, certainly for the +1 and +2 exposures, it might be a bit too long, and there's a bit of breeze today. So that's -2 exposure, so 2 stops under. I'm going to go for 1 stop under now. Again, keeping the composure, the composition the same. Absolutely spot on exposure. I'm exposing for the foreground there all the time. +1 up, starts to bring out the shadows a little bit. I'm doing this manually. There are functions within my camera to do a 5 bracketed exposure, and +2 up. So really start to bring the shadows out. As you can see there, totally and utterly clip the top of the mountain and the sky, but that's no problem because in post-processing what we're going to do, and I'll show you, is how to bring all those bracketed shots together. So again, if you've got a messy scene and you don't want to filter because it'll look quite strange with a one of those square leaf filters or coking filters, it'll look quite strange because you've got the composition, you've got 2 sets of trees coming down, you've got the outline of the mountain, and you've got the sky, so things won't come together with a filter. So sometimes you have to use bracketed shots. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to Chorley Photographic Society on YouTube.